Nice one. Thank you. Have a good night. We got the goods. We got the goods. Probably the best thing you can order in Bali. Are we ready? Oh, yes! Yes! Look at that. That one's fucking tiny. What's going on with that one? Superb. And what particular flavour are these cookies? We have, so this one's a Biscoff one. Jumbo Oreo, that's like an Oreo one. Red velvet, fucking hell, that's going to be unbelievable. White chocolate, Kinderella. This one's got literally like a Kinder bar going through middle of it. And then that one is a Nutella one, which is fucking tiny, isn't it, compared to the rest of them? I honestly reckon I could make a full video talking about food that I ordered to this fucking gaff. It's unbelievable, but I don't want to talk about food. Today, I want to talk about following your dreams and what that looks like and what the worst case scenario might be if you're thinking about doing it yourself. Because it's what I chose to do back in May, which I can't believe we're already in August, by the way. It's been nearly 3 months since I moved here to Bali, so I'm going to start by telling you my situation. Maybe you'll learn a bit, maybe it'll inspire you, whatever, but in May, I quit my job with about 6 months of savings built up to move to Bali for 6 months and pursue content full-time, not think of anything else. I wanted all my poop thoughts, shower thoughts, with my fucking edits pillar. I wanted all my thoughts to be about video ideas and how I can help young guys on their self-improvement journey, the dating journey, all this stuff. So that's what I did. And I told myself before I came here that, like, you're going to get to Bali and fucking hell, it's going to just happen for you. Because Bali's going to look so good and you're going to be around people that are going to stimulate you and all this stuff. And yeah, all that's true, but it's also not really gone that way, which is, look, it kind of sucks. Like, I've got just over 2 months left. I've had to leave a little bit early because of like money I spent on fucking like a bike crash. I got taxed a load of money I weren't expecting to get taxed. My fucking roommate left a month early, so now I've had to pay for full villa. Anyway. My dream was come out here and get an income that's going to just pay for my living, and that's not happened, which is fine because all I'm going to do now is go home and work another job for 6 months and try again and again and again until it clicks, which is, it sounds like a loss. Sounds like I've lost, I'm trying again, I'm picking myself back up, but really, I mean, all I'm going to do is go back home and work for 6 months again, maybe a little bit longer and get that emergency fund in case this happens again, but I mean, that's everyone else's fucking every week, every year. They don't do 6 months in Bali, do they? This is my worst case scenario. It's looking like I'm going to fail and I'm going to have to go back and redo it, but is that really that bad? Really? So the point I want to make to you is that nothing's full and final. And you can say like, I'm going to quit my job and go all in on my dream and it's going to be this and it's going to be that. And oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing it. But if it doesn't work, like there is nothing stopping you from saying, fuck man, I need another 6 months of runway. I'm going to have to go and work again. It's not full and final. You don't just quit your job and never work again. Like, I hope that happens for you. I really do. And that could happen for you. I'm not saying it won't. But if it doesn't, you can always dip your toes back in pond and come back out, with the resources that you need. And that's what it's looking like I'm going to need to do. So nothing's full and final. The worst case scenario of me following my dream and failing is a little bit of embarrassment from people I don't care about. Like, I know this is going to make me sound like a cunt, but being out here in Bali, meeting these people, like top level people, I do not give a fuck what like bums who've watched me from my hometown think of me failing. Like, why would I care? Like, the people here in comparison, it's like, would I rather knock about with people whose baseline for normal is down here and then my dream of being a content creator is up here because they can't understand it. They're like, fucking as if he's doing that, why don't you just go back and get that sales gig? You're all right at that. This is a waste of his fucking time. Would I rather knock about with them people or the people up here who have had the same dream as me and they've seen it through and they've pursued it and they've got what I want? You know what I mean? It's a bit of a no-brainer. So the worst case, so the embarrassment, going back and getting another job. Look, I mean, it feels like a regression, maybe, but there's a quote that I like, and I said this on a TikTok video earlier, like, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. And that's the thing, it's like, I am going back to a job, and maybe I go back to another sales job, but Am I the same person? Like, no. Is it the same situation? No. I've had 6 months of lessons, which, well, 4.5 months of lessons, which abroad and in a place like this, and when you're on your own and you banked on yourself, that 4.5 months of lessons is like, it's worth like 2 years back home in your little bubble where nothing really matters because it don't matter, work's on fucking Monday morning at 9 o'clock. So, worst case scenario, is it that bad? Not really. If you want to be a videographer, fucking drop shipper, whatever you want to do, and you think, should I go all in on it? Why would you not just save money for 6 months? You've got then a load of fucking runway, move to a place like Bali. I think Bali's the best because of the people. Not the fucking rice fields, not Gilly, not Lombok, not all this bollocks, like just the people. You come to a place like this with the runway, it don't work for you. You know what you do? You go home, make the runway again and come back out. Like, fucking hell, like Crimea River. Do you know what I mean? I could do this for 10 years straight. I could go, it's not working, I need to save money again, and then we'll do another 6 months in Bali, and then over 10 years, I've spent 5 years saving money, and 5 years of my life I've lived in Bali. I mean, it's basically early retirement. Like, people wait until they're 60 fucking 8 or whatever it is now to do what they want to do. I said, no, bollocks to all that. I don't care what an hiring manager thinks of my CV because I've got gaps in my resume. I don't care. I'm going to go and do it now because the worst case scenario is I just come back and have to try it again. So why are people not doing it then? Why are people not going after what they want, knowing that the worst case scenario is literally where they are now before they've committed to it? Fear. Like, that is literally it. It's just the fear of failure. And I kind of made a name for myself early doors talking about dating and approaching birds, and part of me's kind of gone off that, but the underlying principle's the same. Like, if there's a bird on the other side at fucking beach club or bar that you're in and you go and speak to her and you get absolutely blown out, she could say, fuck off, cockend, I want no to do with you, like that. And actually, like, after you've walked away and gone to that same physical spot that you were in before you went over and spoke to her, like, there's no change at all. It's all psychological, like, and the big thing about, like, these psychological things that have made no physical difference, you can snap out of them. Like, and I know that sounds ignorant, but you can, like, because nothing has actually changed, and the only thing that's lingering is this, but, like, nothing's happened. Nothing has changed. You're in the same position. You've lost nothing. Why would you not? So, it's the thing that holds everyone back. It's paper fucking thin. It's like, what do you actually have to lose? What do you have to lose? I could have spent that money that I spent 6 months saving up on a house. I could have. But you know what the house would be for? It'd be for further monetary gain, so I can cash out on it in 30 years fucking time, have a bank full of money, and then I'd come and move to Bali. In 30 years time. 30 fucking years. Why would I not just do that now? This is what I don't understand. What is wrong with people? Or would I go and buy a car again? You lot who know me, you know I've had I went back to back with fucking cars. I'm going to tell you now, there's no point to having them apart from the fucking birds who cream over them. And they don't fucking really. You've still got to have some patter. You've still got to go up and talk to them. And then, yeah, it's a nice +1 to your whole package. But how is that more worth? How is that more worth it than going in on your dream? I made a decision at 21 years old when I was doing well in sales. Like, I had bad months, don't get me wrong, but for my age, I was earning well. I made a decision that no longer did I want materialistic things. I'd love them, but I had to push it to the wayside because my priority is I want to make money doing the thing that I love, which that's the competitive edge. Like, the competitive edge is Danny loves to fucking turning up on camera and helping people. Danny loves giving fucking advice. Danny loves telling his own stories. That's going to be, in 2-3 years' time, that's going to be what sends me to where I need to be. If I'd have stayed in sales and said, yeah, I have a dream, but I'm not going to pursue it because it might not work, but this is all right, I guess I'll stay here, but I don't really like it. The fact that I don't like it, as soon as the fucking money started drying up, I'd be shit. I'd be fucking shit. I'd burn out. And I'm not editing this video, by the way. I'm gonna fucking leave me burping. It's because I've been drinking full fucking sugar Sprite literally every day. But I don't have a physique issue really, to be honest. Look at Mog. But yeah, what I've left behind were a life that I ran away from. And do you know what? Yeah, sometimes I wish to myself, like, I wish you didn't have this dream. I wish you could just sit there and be the same as everybody else. But it's a curse when it's not working and you look like a dickhead for knocking on that fucking door and constantly getting no answer. But when it will work, and it fucking will, because I won't stop until it does, this is what you're going to understand. Like, it's not about change this, change that, learn this, learn that. Sometimes it's just about do what you're doing for longer. That will make it a blessing then when that comes through. So, do I think you should follow your dream and fuck your current situation off? Yes, I do. Because what choice do you have? All this life is about is how many weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds did you actually fucking enjoy? And you could honestly sit and say, like, in that time, I wouldn't have done anything different. Because that will fucking mint that. Like, what a time to be alive that were. And that's not all through euphoria. You can say that you had that experience in Ibiza when you went for a week, but you spent $6,000, you got pissed up every night. That's not real life. I'm talking about real life here. I'm talking about a fucking cafe that you sit down, you plug your AirPods in and you listen to an audiobook while you're having a fucking avocado on toast and an iced Americano. Like, that's real life. And you can have that. You can literally have that, but that's what this life's about. How many of them little moments did you enjoy? Why would you not, knowing that, go after what you actually want instead of what you think's going to work? This is coming from me, by the way, who I fucking just said it at the start of this video. Like, it's looking like it's not going to go my way. So if you're looking at it binary, one and zeros, Danny followed his dream. Did it work this time? The answer's no. But I'm still here telling you, absolutely go and fucking do it. Because, like, I'm going back to my worst case scenario, and that's okay. I'm staring it in the face, and I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to go down swinging. I've still got 2 months. But it's looking probable that I'm going to go and get a job that I fucking hate. Especially now after I've met everyone out in Bali, and my mind's changed about everything. It might be rough. It might be hard, but I'll take it because I know where I'm trying to go, and that direction makes it all worth it. So, yeah, I do think you should follow your dream. I think fear's the only reason people don't. I think the worst case scenario is probably the exact same as where you are right now. And I'll give you a bit of advice as well, something I've learned more so actually before I came here, rather than when I've actually been in Bali doing my thing, which is when you tell people your goals, you tell people your dreams, and you're honest about what you want, they'll not always like verbally tell you that they don't believe it, and they'll not always drag you down, but they'll communicate their beliefs subconsciously through you in their reactions. So, like, I'll give you an example. When I told my old work colleagues, like, they'd turn around to me and they'd say, so what are you going to do out there? Are you going to get a job? And I'd go, well, no, that defeats the point. And they'd go like they'd just like laugh or like smirk. And these people didn't say, well, that's fucking stupid. You need a job because you need... They didn't do that, but they just subconsciously communicated their lack of belief in what I was doing, which is fine because it comes from a place that they don't believe they could do something like that. So they're obviously not going to believe that you can. So when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to what you want to follow and you want to pursue, weird advice, but don't go around advertising it to losers. There's no point. You're not going to hear what you want to hear. Like, nobody's going to be fucking happy for you that you're pursuing it. Keep that for the people that actually fucking get you amped up, for the people that actually believe, and you know they're going to believe that you can do it. And the best way to know that is through what they've done in their life. There's people that have done well that won't believe that I can do what I can do because they've gone down the fucking... I've had 2 promotions in this job I've been in 15 years, and I've got this house and my missus and my 2 kids. I won't really want to hear what they think about my dream. And that's nothing against them. They've built a beautiful life for them, but we're just so polar opposite, which so many people would be if they were honest with themselves about what they want and they didn't just do like, right, well, what do I want to do for work? Well, forget what fucking career you want to pursue. The fact is, you're living the same life as everyone else, whether you're a fucking Sparky, whether you work in IT, whether you're a fucking AI agent. Like, you work the 42.5 hours a week from your hometown, you buy an house, it's all the same. If people didn't have that force fed to them, I wonder what they'd do. I think more people would do what I'm doing. Lads, I'm going to sign off. It's fucking 20 to 10. 10 to 10. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to wake up early doors tomorrow. I think I'm going to go for an early doors walk on beach, get my videos done, and then hit the gyms. Oh, by the way, YouTube is it's almost like my little passion project. I have only just started on here. The long form videos for me are so fucking unnatural. So if you think I'm shit, tell me you think I'm shit. If you think I'm mint, tell me you think I'm mint. I appreciate any fucking support at this stage. It's still kind of new to me, but you probably clicked on my link and found me through TikTok anyway. But lads, I love you to bits. If you're still here and you've listened to me talk shit about following your dreams, I love you to bits. Take it easy. Bang, slag.